Good Wednesday morning. This is 106.1 KYVZ. Joe Vazurek visiting with Ag meteorologist Chris Schromick at Decisional Weather Now, as well as America's Weather Streaming Channel. Chris, the blizzard warning and the high wind warning continue for the high plains until about noon.
Yeah, Joe, during the overnight hours, we saw some heavy bands of snow wrap into northwest Kansas, southwest Nebraska, and those heavier bands are now along 25 and 83 and pushing off to the east. We still got quarter-mile visibilities being reported in Oberlin. They're starting to lighten up out to the west and become more of a flurry and a light snow activity once you get across the highways 27 and out there in Colorado. This stuff will gradually start coming to an end from west to east here this morning, but as we are speaking, as we're getting up here between that 7 and 8 o'clock hours, we're still getting reports of whiteout conditions on 36, 25, and things to the east. We've got the winds blowing right now. We got 50-mile-an-hour gusts in Goodland. We got 64 being reported at Oakley, 44 in McCook, and 50 miles an hour down there in Scott City. So those winds will continue to blow here this morning, anywhere from 45 to 65 miles per hour. Probably won't lighten up until we get past that 1 o'clock or later in the afternoon time frame when that warning does expire. But we'll continue to blow throughout the day. Temperatures are starting out at upper 20s out there on the Colorado border. We've got 30 degrees being reported in Atwood, Colby, and Oakley, and 32 in McCook and Oberlin. Temperatures won't warm out of the 30s here this afternoon. The winds will continue to blow through the day. So it's going to be a cold, windy day. And if you're going to do anything outdoors, do a delayed start here this morning. We got visibility and travel issues. Highway 36 is closed. Highway 83 from the Nebraska line to Oberlin is closed. And I-70 is closed. And all the other highways are completely covered with this blowing snow. It probably won't stick around a lot. It's hard to accumulate with the warm ground temperatures. But on the grassy surfaces, we're looking at 2, maybe 4 inches to Highway 25 and west. Could see some heavier stuff, particularly out there on 36 from Oberlin, Norton, get to Hill City and those areas, and there could be some heavier snow of that 4 to 8 inch accumulation, particularly on the grass. Highways will probably blow off and melt as it comes down, as those temperatures are hovering right around 32 degrees. So I'm not expecting this stuff to stay around very long. It's going to be wet. It's moist, plenty of moisture in it. So maybe we'll get a half inch to an inch of moisture out of it, and something that will actually start settling the dust that we have been experiencing, because it does not look like the winds are going to go down much over the next maybe next week or even the rest of the month. It'll at least be in that breezy classification, that 10, 20 gust of 25, 30 in the afternoons. On the days in front and behind systems, they could be even gustier, 35, 45 miles per hour. And we do have in the extended forecast 2 of those dry systems moving through, one on Friday, one over the weekend. Looks like they won't have any moisture until they move east of the area, but they will keep those winds going back and forth from the north and the south. Tomorrow, we'll see them winds turn back to the south. They'll die down overnight. Go west at 5 to 15 miles per hour. The skies will clear. Lows will drop into low 20s. So we'll have a cold start tomorrow, but then we'll see a warm up in the afternoon in the middle to upper 50s. Those south winds will pick up, gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour in the afternoon. If there is some places that didn't get any of this snow, particularly out to the south and west and down there south of Goodland, maybe out on the Colorado border, places south of I-70, we could have some elevated fire concerns as it continues to be dry. We get into our temperatures. We're looking at upper 50s tomorrow. Also on Friday, even with that cold front coming through, overnight lows will be in the upper 20s, bouncing up to 65 on Saturday. Another system on Sunday will bring us back down, upper 50s, lower 60s. Monday back up to 65, and then another system on Tuesday, potentially Wednesday. Again, all these at best would squeeze out some sprinkles. Looking at these last spring storms and all this wind, this will be the 3rd one. It looks like we're going to have 1 more, maybe 2 more once we get to the end of next week, the next weekend to end the month, and start April. There does look like there's an active pattern returning with a couple more systems. Computer models are showing that we could pick up another inch to an inch and a half of moisture as we head into April with those next 2 storm systems. So hopefully they won't keep packing all this wind and all the dry slots with them. We'll start to get some more moisture. We'll take the moisture we're getting even though we're having a blizzard warning this morning, I think we'll take the moisture and be glad that these winds get out of here tonight.
Once again, that's Ag Meteorologist Chris Schromick at Decision Weather Now, as well as America's Weather Streaming Channel. For KYVZ Radio, I'm Joe Vazurek.